and this is Sea Life.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to do kind of a twist on a pumpkin pie. It's going to be pumpkin pie crumble, and I can't wait. We needed to finish up the pumpkin that we had left over, and we realized that we've already got a turkey in the oven, so the oven's hot. We have a glass pan we're going to be dealing with. So we're going to put this glass pan in the keep warm drawer right away before we start. So what Daniel's prepared for me here is 4 cups of pumpkin. And we had that left over from the pre-A we did with the pumpkin pie. So it was still good, and so we're just going to make use of it and be sure we use it all up. Many of you may still have some pumpkin left over from your celebrations. And so it's a good time to use this all up. And so I'm enjoying this. It smells so good. Okay, there's that pumpkin. And we just pre-ate it really good. And then, what's the next thing, Daniel? I'm going to have Daniel read off the...
1 cup brown sugar packed.
1 cup of brown sugar packed, and that's what I've got right here. I'm just going to dump it in. And the next thing?
4 eggs.
4 eggs lightly beaten.
You know, what do they have against eggs that they got to beat them up?
All the time, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to check them. And we have farm eggs, so of course we're going to check them. This one seems pretty good. 1. And...
Just throw it back in the bowl, baby. That's why I gave you that bowl.
This other bowl. Yeah. Here we go. And 2. I get a little camera shy and do some silly things on camera. But anyway. And 3. So I have my trusty helper Daniel to help me figure out what I'm doing as I go along. And that's a very nice thing when you're a YouTube creator. That one looks beautiful. We have beautiful bright orange eggs. Our chickens eat a lot of wonderful things out there. They're free-range chickens.
They're definitely free-range.
Have some beautiful bright orange eggs.
3 teaspoons of cinnamon.
Teaspoons. Which one of the? I cannot see.
Should be the biggest small one. That one, yeah.
That one. There we go. Oh, cinnamon. You know how we do with cinnamon. We got to add more cinnamon.
Could have probably just used a tablespoon.
Yeah, I think that might be better for us. Let's get us a tablespoon because we love cinnamon.
Well.
So,
also, a tablespoon is equal to 4 teaspoons.
We just can't get it too strong. Yeah, 1 teaspoon over is not going to be that bad. So, now.
And then half a teaspoon of ground clove.
Oh, okay. We've got ground clove here, the McCormick type. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon. I believe this is it.
It should have been between the...
Oh, no, that's 1/8, I think.
No, here, hand it to me. That's a half.
Or
that's 1.
This is 1.
That other one you had, I think, is a half. Toby needs her glasses, don't she?
Okay, this is a half.
Hold on to that half.
You guys might realize that this is not scripted at all. We never script. Never. So, yeah. We just do the best we can. Now we happen to have some ginger that was from an Indian store in Columbus.
Half a teaspoon.
A half a teaspoon. And ginger's something I don't want to go too strong on. I want to be kind of careful. So.
Just give me back the bag.
Daniel's reaching for the bag. Thank you. And
then 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now you might have noticed I did not beat my eggs, but I'm just going to incorporate them. And I use the top of the lid as a teaspoon quite often with vanilla.
And then 2 cans evaporated milk.
Okay, Daniel's got them open here for me already. That's so nice. We're going to just pour them in, 2 cans. And they had suggested a much smaller pan that I'm going to use. But I got looking at how much stuff this was, and I thought, that is never going to fit in that pan.
Especially when you
So
make the
I got
crust,
a little
put it
shy
on top
about that.
too. Dash.
Yeah, a dash of salt. And we figured out by reading my little apron here that a dash of salt, I had ordered from Lehman's, a dash of salt is 1/8 teaspoon. So this is one.
This is a quarter, so
So-
half of that.
A half of this little bitty thing would be a dash. Woo!
Well, that definitely ain't a dash. Just shake it off.
We like a little more salt than they generally say either.
That's probably.
Okay, that'll work. Okay,
Now just don't get sloppy while you're doing it.
so we're gonna, slowly stir this in because this is kind of a sloppy looking conglomeration here.
Just to stir well. Do you want the wisp?
Sure, give me the whisk. That sounds good. We're just having fun in the kitchen today. It's been a long week, and we just, we love to just come in and just clean the house really nice and cook a special dinner. And this is what you get to see is today what you're getting to see is the dessert that we're making for the special dinner.
Yeah, we just made it.
And we like to do this once a week because you can't work all your life. You got to enjoy it. So, this is sea life. This is the one you're living. Enjoy it. That's our motto. So, here we go.
Oh, it's mixing good now.
Yeah, doesn't that look beautiful? I think I'm doing all right with that. Okay.
You think?
And here it is. That's what that batter looks like. But that is a lot of, that's what that batter looks like, but that's a lot of batter. So let's get that warm pan now. That glass pan we're having to be awful careful with because glass will shatter if you heat it or cool it too quickly. So we put it in the keep warm drawer and we're crossing our fingers this works. Camera. Okay, we're oiling our pan, our warm pan, and it's pretty warm. I didn't think it would get quite that warm. And I'm just going to rub my hands around in it a little bit, make sure it's all over on the sides. Whew, that is warm. And I hope that this mixture is not too cold. So, okay. I'm going to just pour this mixture in. As simple as that. It's so simple. Oh yeah, look at how much. I mean, even that big pan that I got, this is a lot of mixture. Don't go by the instructions. That's what
we did a double one too because we needed to make up all of our pumpkin.
Oh, okay, so there's why it's so
You can
big.
actually cut this recipe in half and have about 6 servings. This is going to be 18 servings, but
Okay.
we'll put it away.
Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is put this in the oven and let this custard. It's gonna be like a cake, and it's gonna be that firm. And then you take it out, and that's when you put the crumbles on top.
And put it back in.
And put it back in the oven, of course.
So this filling should look a lot like pumpkin pie.
Yes. This is a great time to like and subscribe. Okay, here we go. We're gonna, while this mixture is in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and start making the topping. Daniel's gonna read off the recipe.
1.5 cups of flour.
1.5 cups of flour. Here we go. Okay, we've got our Pamper Chef measure, and it's very nice to be able to just scoop up a cup and then push it to a half And it's got that little ball in there. And it measures out 1.5 cups, so easy.
And then 1.5 cup of quick oats.
Okay. Well,
Just use the same one.
I'm going to
Make
get
sure
my
you pound it when you're done.
same little spatula I generally. Okay, that's a 1/2 cup that I had it on before. And I'm going to go ahead and put it at 1. And it's going to be hard to dip down in there. I'm probably going to have to pour it in somewhat. There we go. Okay, so we got 1.5 cups of quick oats. Should I double it?
No.
No.
It's already doubled.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Everything about this recipe is doubled.
That is nice.
It says 1 cup of melted butter, but it also said add in the melted butter slowly so that it stays crumbled.
Okay.
But if you want, you can skip the butter for now and jump to the brown sugar.
Okay, yeah, let's
Doing
jump
it
to the
that
brown
way.
sugar. Let's go with that idea.
So it's 1 cup of brown sugar.
A cup of brown sugar. Packed brown sugar, that is.
Yeah. And then it says 2 to 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. So we're just going to put in a tablespoon of cinnamon. 'Cause,
Absolutely.
You know, we love cinnamon.
Yes, absolutely.
And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
And that's that. Now we're going to slowly add in this butter. I'm going to mix it a
Yeah, I
little.
would mix it too.
I'm going to cut this in and just mix up my dry ingredients pretty, pretty nice. I don't know if you can see. Now we're just going to start drizzling this in. I don't think I need this.
No, you don't need that no more.
So we'll just drizzle this in little by little. Hopefully I won't go too slow, but not too fast.
Because what we're aiming for is it to be crumbly, not...
Yeah, it's going to be a crumble on the top of the cake.
It's going to have to...
I mean the top of the pumpkin pie.
So we're going to cook our custard probably 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll crumble that right over to the top of the... So once the pumpkin is kind of hardened a little bit, so that the stuff don't fall all the way to the bottom.
And they said when you put it on the pie, do it with your hands. Show that little extra love and do it with your hands, because you want it kind of a fine crumble. You don't want it big chunks, and that way it won't sink to the bottom of your pumpkin.
You forgot your dash of salt though.
Oh, a dash of salt. Okay, here we go with a half of this. Let's see if I can get this right this time. Let's just see. Oh,
That's great. Did a good job.
I did it. Imagine that. Okay.
Gotta pick it.
Here it is. And you know what? I think this is looking like the right texture already. And I used probably a half of that. Don't you think that looks right, Daniel?
Hold on.
I'm going to get Daniel's opinion.
Stir it with your thing right there.
Let's see.
Because actually don't look quite crumbled right here. No, you need just a tad more.
Just a-
See, this is crumbled here. That's crumbled.
Oh, okay,
That's not.
okay. Ooh, there it goes. Oh, there goes our diffuser. We had
I got
to
it.
add our Young Living diffuser on to add in some moisture today because we're heating with firewood. We had a little chilly this weekend, or this Friday.
This morning.
This morning was just a little chilly. And so we've got it cooking in this house now. It's just hot as it can be. But that firewood makes it a little bit dry, even though it's going through the vents. So we add in some wet diffusers, and you have good moisture through the house while you're burning. What do you think, Daniel? Does this look right?
That looks way better, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll show you putting it on when I get the custard out. Okay, we've had this in the oven at 375 for how long? Daniel?
23 minutes.
23 minutes. And it's ready to take out and put the crumbles on.
Now we got that in there with the turkey, and the turkey's actually ready to come out.
Yeah, that
So now it's
out.
time to put the crumbles on the pie.
Yeah, now that pie,
Woo, you're gonna.
yeah, it's just right. Right, here it goes now. Let me get my little cord out the way.
Before you burn it.
Yeah. Now I'm going to take my hands and just roll and crumble. Let's roll it on.
That looks about perfect, don't
It's
it?
doing great. It really is. And I'll just put a lot on. I'm just going to go ahead and pitch it on. Just make it real covered, real good. It just looks beautiful.
I better get out of the light, don't I?
It really looks gorgeous. I'm gonna love this.
I'm sure
And
we
this
are.
is just so much easier than making a pumpkin pie
Because the crust.
because of the crust. Yeah, if you don't want to mess with that crust, this is a great recipe. And who did you say we went to the website for?
It was lemon and tarts. Lemons and tarts. We'll put the link in the description below.
Yep, we'll put that link in the description below. And so y'all can go over there and get it right directly from them. And enjoy. This is going to be beautiful, I think.
Now we're going to put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes.
20 more minutes and it's done.
Okay, now that turkey's got to come out.
Okay.
The
And the
bread could go in.
goes in.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Playing musical food here.
Yep. We're going to bake our bread and have turkey and dessert.
And there we go.